Good morning. I just wanted to, I'm kind of in a medicated headache, so I just wanted to come on and say hi to you. EJ is at Creators Camp with my daughter. We are on vacation, however, EJ has Creators Camp, so we are here until Friday. Then we're going to see my mama. Long overdue trip to my mama's. Long overdue. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about, because you know that I have talked a lot about having migraine and insomnia and other issues. Yeah, my hairdo looks really cute. It's just kind of, I just threw it up in a claw just to kind of do what I needed to do, some skincare. Had a moment of somewhat relief, so I got up and did dishes, set up coffee for tomorrow, just basic routine things that I'm trying to get back in the habit of doing, because routine is something that is very important to people like me who have ADHD brains. And that is the point of this video. I have recently learned through insomnia research that not only is there a link between seizures and migraine, there's also one between ADHD and migraine. And I will be honest with you, I have noticed that in some cases that I can wake up with a migraine, I can take my ADHD medicine and maybe have to take an abortive medication, which in this case for me is Maxalt or Imitrex. The neurologist gave me the choice because 9 times out of 10, Imitrex will kind of throw me for a loop. It may make me sleepy. It makes me unable to, like, drive a car, stuff like that. Other people, it may not do that to. It does to me. Okay? So, it's kind of like pick or choose. And so, going forward, I'm going to kind of take you all on my journey, because I had stopped using my ADHD medicine for a long time. I said, listen to me talk. Because it also brings out the perfectionist, OCD, it has to be my way, personality of mine. And with another female in the home who also has ADHD, who also is carrying a lot of baggage, who also is healing, that just didn't seem like the thing to do. Well, okay, end result, here's what happened. I didn't take care of me, and stuff just continued to pile up, because I'm having headache after headache after headache. And come to find out, I'm sorry, I have to switch my hands a little bit. I will figure out one day how to do a tripod. And yes, there's still no shade on my lamp, because, well, it's the only light I have on right now, because if I turn on the overhead light, it's too much for my migraine eyes. It is what it is. Now, I will tell you, there are some things that I have employed, thankfully, and I'm not bragging in the least little bit. Let me see if we can, yeah, that works a little better. I can balance my elbow on my knee, and hopefully that will steady this some. I don't mean to shake the camera around. It just kind of, because I can't put a tripod on this poor little old saggy mattress, it just won't work. I have discovered a couple of things that help me tremendously. Because of taking ADHD medicine, it affects my appetite, which in some ways is a good thing. I'm not going to lie to you. I weigh too much. I mean, I have mirrors in my house. I am more overweight than I ever have been in my life. Now, it's compounded by, I still can't do the things that I used to do, along with migraine after migraine after migraine after migraine after migraine. An issue with my feet, not sure if it's Raynaud's or something else. Part of it is where we, fell and kathunked my foot, but we're dealing with all of that. Next Monday, I will be able to finally go and have my labs and stuff done. I did not have them done prior to because I had the bronchitis and infection and was on 2 rounds of antibiotics. So I opted to hold off on that because I didn't know how it would affect the test results. It may not have at all. I know that certain medicines that I take increase my blood pressure. Prednisone makes my sugar higher than what it is. So, yeah, we just kind of opted to go ahead and, finish all of that up, let it flush out of my system, and return. Probably that Monday or that Tuesday. I'm not sure when I say this. It might be the week after, because this might be the week that Jessica has to work Monday and Tuesday. If it is, we will just do it later on in the week or the next week. But we're going to get that done. Trying to think of what else it was that I was going to say. I'm going to work on doing some scripted videos concerning my story, my ADHD, my alcoholism recovery, my stuff. I ain't trying to step on anybody else's toes or get in anybody else's business. I really am not. There becomes a time that in order to move further, you have to make your testimony or your story worth something and give it value. And that's what I'm doing. Let me turn because that light's kind of giving a weird glare. That's all that I'm trying to do with this, is I'm trying to help somebody who may deal with the same issues that I deal with. See, when I was growing up, there was no talk of ADHD. There was no talk of the other things. And in my home, there was no need to. I had a really good mother and a really good set of parents. And therefore, I had a really good reminder system. So, like, if I forgot to do something, Mom would remind me, oh, by the way, you need to do this. If it took me, I always noticed that it took me twice as long to do my homework as it did other kids. It wasn't because I'm stupid or anything like that. My mind would wander. I would daydream. I'd do it in class. Learning shorthand in high school was the best thing, and I wish they still taught it, because having an ADHD brain and not knowing that you have an ADHD, well, you just got to see a good look at my nightgown. Sorry. Having an ADHD brain, now we're upside down. Let's do this. Oops. We're batting 1,000 this morning. Having an ADHD brain and not having tools. Really, when shorthand came into my world, when I would go into my other classes, I would take all of my notes in shorthand. So if I did momentarily daydream, or, my mind went to somewhere else, I could quickly come back to, the notes that I needed to have. And then when I got home, it was just a few minutes to transcribe it over to longhand. And then, by then I've written it twice. So, hands-on writing things is something that really helps ADHD brains. So we are working on that. I'm going to try to find a course to brush up on shorthand, so that whenever I have brain dumps, which happen quite often, so that I can dump them in shorthand, transcribe them back in longhand, and get it all out. Just saying. That quick I've lost my train of thought, because when I dropped the phone, it is what it is. The message is more important than what you're seeing, okay? And I have an unlimited amount of time because I don't know when my husband's going to call, come back, or whatever. He's on vacation. He just returned from visiting his siblings. I'm thankful that he has that time, that we set apart at least one time a year for him to go see them. They are getting up in age. They included me in a matching outfit, and it tickled me to no end. It just thrilled me. It made me kind of feel like family, and I like it. So, whoa. Sorry, trying to move the camera and get a little glare off, and I'm sorry. Yes, there's no lampshade over there either, because this is the light I can tolerate most of the time. I'm sorry. I know that it doesn't suit status quo. It suits my ADHD migraine brain. At some point, yeah. Anyway, I did get up, cleaned my face up, did some skincare. Hopefully, we'll shower later on. We have, my husband's coming, but I have repairmen coming. I have a little problem with my dryer. The steam setting leaks water, and I love my steam setting on my dryer. Ladies, if you don't have a steam setting on your dryer, when you go to replace your dryer, get the steam setting. I'm just telling you, there are so many clothes, like you wear an outfit to church for just a few hours, and it's really not dirty, but it needs freshened up. Steam that bad boy in the dryer for a few minutes. Perfect. Cuts down on the amount of ironing that you have to do, which is good for me because I can't stand to iron something and it not come out exactly perfect. So yeah, still cleaning, still purging. We will keep doing this until we get it right. So yeah, if you want to say something about all the stuff that I own, say it, because I know. I have mirrors. I can look around. I have eyes. There's still too much stuff in this house. One by one, I'm getting it done. It's just what it is. I was off my medicine for far too long, and actually last week was my first total week of taking my medicine consistently every day. I took a little break Saturday and Sunday and Monday because I don't sleep and I don't eat like I should. So I take a little break so that I can nourish my body and rest my body. I will tell you, if you have the same issues that I do, to help with, in my case, my brain already tells me bad things about food. So to combat that, I use things like a Fortify. It's not exactly a meal replacement. It's a small drink. If I drink 2 or 3 of them in a day, all I'm doing is nourishing my body, keeping myself nourished, hydrated are the 2 goals. I use my liquid IV. What I've gotten in the habit of doing is in the mornings, I will mix up one, have my coffee if I have my coffee. Some days I do, some days I don't. Those are the days that I have my collagen. I should really be more diligent about that. There will be separate videos about all of this stuff, but it's just ways that I'm learning to, because the pill doesn't fix, the medication doesn't fix my brain. It helps me to focus. I have to do all the rest of the work. So, going forward, hopefully, I keep trying different routines. They work for a while and then they don't work. And the hardest thing is to get into a routine and then travel and go somewhere and not be able to do the routine and then come back and try to redo that routine, because by then it's become boring. So I have to like switch it all up. So what I do for a routine this week may be totally different after, because we're going to Mom's Friday. We're doing camp, things like that. It's harder for me to get back on routine than it is, say, someone with a not neurodivergent brain. And that's just me being honest with you guys. I love you all. This is getting 15 minutes. I intended to keep it on about, 8 tops. But anyway, I love you all so very much. Come join me on this journey. There's still going to be some makeup. There's still going to be a little bit of EJ. There's still going to be a lot of the things that we do. Some cooking maybe, or baking, or after the fact. It's working a puzzle to cook in my kitchen, and not because, it's just because the counter space is limited, and it just is what it is. So, we'll see what we can do. Going to be cleaning out the garden, at least summer, fall, something. Don't know whether we're going to plant a fall garden. I know that we're going to just clean it up, because we are contributing to a rodent issue, so we have to do that. We're not being good neighbors at this point in time. Anyway, so, y'all, I love you. Have a good day. Remember, I am the mayor's daughter, and I love you oh so very much. See you, bye.